Several species of asparagus weed form a dense tuberous root mat just below the surface as opposed to a crown. Controlling these species means removal of the entire root mat. Asparagus asparagoides is commonly known as bridal creeper. A native of southern Africa, it was first recorded in Australia in 1857 in a nursery catalogue. By the 1870s, it had become a common garden plant. The passage of another 50 years saw it naturalised right across southern Australia from Victoria to Western Australia. It's now ranked South Australia's most damaging environmental weed, and there are local infestations in New South Wales, Queensland, Tasmania, and also on Lord Howe Island. Bridal creeper forms a dense canopy that shades out native shrubs, herbs and seedlings. Its twisting stems grow up to 3 metres long and they branch extensively. Bridal creeper invades habitats ranging from wet sclerophyll forest right through to dry coastal sand dunes.
And we've got bridal creeper, or Asparagus asparagoides, which is the one we're focusing on at the moment. And one of the things that we can see also with this one is a rust fungus, a biological control that we have imported for bridal creeper. You can see on the backs of these leaves we've got small pustules, little yellow pustules, and that's the rust fungus attacking the leaves, which weakens the plant. It doesn't kill the plant, but it weakens the plant and can often reduce the amount of berries and fruit that it sets. It's growing up on the canes of lantana here, and it looks like it's not in very good shape, and indeed it isn't. It's starting to lose all its leaves. Bridal creeper drops all its above ground foliage in the hotter times of the year, and it's coming into summer now. It produces some bright or dark red fruits that are quite attractive to birds, and these stems will continue to hold those fruits long after the leaves fall off, making them available and attractive to birds. The birds will disperse those fruit around into the bushland. So we'll look down. We've got a small bridal creeper plant here just to use as a test, and what we'll do is we'll cut away all the top part of the foliage. With bridal creeper and many of the other asparagus, they form very, very large underground systems. And with bridal creeper in particular, we know that usually around 80 to 85% of the plant biomass is actually underground. And so what I'll do is I'll cut a fairly wide swath around the plant with this plaster saw. Plaster saws are quite good tools for this because they cut through the roots very easily. And I'll cut around those. So what we can see now is this fairly intense underground root system. And what you're seeing here are lots and lots and lots of small pointy shaped tubers, and these tubers are storage organs, storing nutrients and water for the plant to allow it to survive underground throughout the summer season or the hotter seasons of the year. What we have coming off of these tubers are long roots, and these are the feeder roots. These are the roots that are going out and seeking the nutrients and the moisture and putting them back into these tubers. What is really critical about bridal creeper and bridal veil, Asparagus declinatus as well, is they both form these really dense tuber mats under the ground. And these tubers are connected by rhizomes. And the rhizomes are the growing parts of the plant, and new stems generate from those rhizomes. So you can see here that we've got, just move these roots away. You can see here that we've got new stems or stems shooting up from along a rhizome, and all these tubers are connected into that rhizome. And we'll just break this one open and have a look at it so you can see what it looks like. Okay, there we go. So you can see right there in the middle the whitish rhizome that's holding all those tubers together. They're sort of spiraling off that rhizome. Because these tubers are set so closely together on that rhizome, you have to remove the entire tuber mat from the ground, because you're likely, if you don't, to leave a small piece. And I'll just break this one off here and show you. If you leave, do that again. Okay. If you happen to leave this small little cluster of tubers in the ground, it still has some rhizomatous material on the top of it, or growing material on the top, and can form a new plant from that. So it's really important to get what we call this grubbing, so grubbing the whole root system out of the ground to get all these rhizomes.
For more information on controlling asparagus weeds and other ones, see the Weeds Australia website.